Dreams are something you have to believe in. I almost gave up on mine. To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive.
Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
I just dream. I dream. I have dreams, and dreams is they should be pure. And I think a lot of times, when we're born into this world, we actually wind up going backwards. And it seems like the more we mature, the more responsible our dreams become, and the more governors we put on ourselves and our ability to dream and to reimagine. And it's always a fight for us parents and for you guys to make sure that your dreams always stay pure. And so it's not a matter of pushing beyond your limitations or expectations. It's really a matter of protecting your dreams, protecting your imagination. That's really the key. And when you do that, then the world just seems limitless.
How are you doing a podcast now when you were this kid? You overcame things. You fought them. And now this is what happens. This is on the other side of overcoming. You become very, very powerful when you overcome yourself. All those things you once cowered from, you were afraid of, when you face them eye to eye every day, you now become a person who has a great podcast.
Let's say that there's someone listening who resonates with what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They've been through trauma, they've been through hard times,
Mm-hmm.
but they keep breaking promises to themselves, and they're struggling to get off the couch, and they're having a pity party.
Mm-hmm.
How can they stop feeling sorry for themselves?
That's a difficult one, because you have to want it. You have to want to be better. And it starts off with, you have to have pride in yourself. You have to have pride in yourself. You have to have, there's something about you, whether it's your last name, whether it's just the smallest thing, you have to be proud of yourself.
That's your moment. That's your moment. It's not that all is lost. When you're feeling the most trapped and down and nothing can't go right, I feel like those are the moments that define you. Those are those character canon moments that are like, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
How do you respond to that? And thinking your way, feeling your way, working your way through those things on the other side, it's like, I don't know who said the saying, but like usually, you're the closest to getting what you want is always the hardest. It's always the feeling when you're getting ready to, people give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit and they give up. And I will not be the person who quit before I got what I wanted or what I needed or what I felt I was supposed to have, and if that wasn't for me, it wasn't for me. I'm gonna keep grinding, I'm gonna keep knocking on the door until I get what I want.
I think people get in the habit of no longer believing in themselves. I think it's a habit because they listen to those voices, they sit and they can't settle their emotions down. And they get up from their inner work believing less in their future instead of more in their future. And the people who actually sit and say, I'm not getting up until I remember my future, and I'm going to become that very person today. A person who does that, they get up that way, they believe in their future more. So they have to overcome some aspect of themselves in order to do that, and it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much, but to the materialist who's waiting for their life to change to feel joy, you're missing out on a lot of life. Why wouldn't you want to teach your body emotionally what joy feels like so that you can feel that way?
And I want them to know that they shouldn't be afraid of failure, that this comes naturally in life. There will be failure and there will be successes. The important thing is that we learn from that, but not to be frozen and to fear that. I want them to know that they have to create a vision of where they want to go. Without a vision, there's just nowhere to go. It's just the way it is in life. You would just wander around without a mission, without the joy of chasing something.
I just gotta tell you, you got to chase that dream before you die, man. You should go and live your dream. Just go see. And if you're unhappy with your life, if you haven't figured your life out, if you're thinking there's more to your life than it is, it's because the only reason you have that question is because you're not living in your gift. Once you discover your gift, there lies your greatest chance for success. God puts your real life in your imagination. That's where your real life ain't in your present circumstance. Your real life is not in your current situation. Your real life is not in your paycheck. Your real life, he tucks it away in your imagination. See, God never reveals the path to you. He shows you what it could look like, but he don't show you the route, because if he showed you the route, you'll turn around. Everybody would quit. If you knew what you had to go through to get to where he had for you to go, you would all quit. I would quit too. It's no way I would have had a stuttering problem. It's no way I would have lived in a car for 3 years. It's no way if I'd have knew that when I quit my job to do comedy, what was gonna happen to me, I would have never quit my job. But he don't show you that.
Purpose is what's the arc and goal and direction of my life? And significance is, does it matter if I'm alive? And when I dig into those particular questions, I can find a crisis of meaning in people's lives that's a lot more specific, and we can deal with it better. I actually have a 2-question diagnostic test when I'm seeing if people have a crisis of meaning in their lives. If they don't have answers, you want to take the test?
Sure.
All right. Heavy test.
All right.
And there's no wrong answers, but you have to have answers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the 2 questions. Why are you alive?
I'm alive to help other people live better lives emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically.
Solid. For what would you be willing to die today?
The welfare of my wife and children.
Your family. Very solid. I believe those answers. A lot of people don't have answers. Why are you alive? I don't know. For what would you be willing to die? I don't know. And the problem, there's a meaning crisis in your life, which is arguably the most difficult, the most complicated, most beautiful, and sort of manifold aspect of happiness, because it involves so much unhappiness. You didn't find the answers to the questions you just gave me, except through tremendous pain.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.